Hey guys, this is boy MKS here, back with another video. Obviously, part 3 of my plans for Wednesdays. Anywho, yeah, so today's been one of those days. Well, it's 11:15 now, but anyway, I've been quite demotivated. Like, I went for a nice walk, had some stuff to eat, but I didn't quite get on paper what I wanted to get. Had a bit of writer's block, as I often get, and I didn't quite get as many videos or do as many things, get as many things done as I wanted to. I have this. I know I've been talking about like my hoarding problems and things like that. So if I could get away with that, I'd probably be the world's worst hoarder, and I'd love to have like part of me, a really bad part of me. I know it's a really weird thing, so it's hard to discuss. I hope like part of me is really worries what people think about me as well, and it's quite difficult to discuss. But hope people won't judge me too harsh on this. But yeah, like part of me would love to have like my paperwork or like even leaflets, flyers, and things like everywhere pretty much. But anyway, I'm hoping to talk about that in the future. I don't want the intro to be too long. So yeah, I used to go to the shop and buy loads, like sometimes like almost every day, like every other day, and go to the shop and buy, or even different shops and buy different notebooks, like different coloured notebooks, and things like that. And like the shopkeeper once was like, someone said, like, this guy's got like 9 notebooks or something. It was like 9. Shaking his head, and that was really embarrassing. Sometimes I'd have really embarrassing moments like that, like when I put my money in my bag, like rucksack or something like that. And when I went to get my shopping, I couldn't find where my money is and things like that. So I had a few embarrassing moments. But yeah, I would love to, like, if I get away with it, I've got to admit, I would probably hoard as much as I can. But obviously, I'm also like a bit spineless and I don't like confrontation. But anyway, I'm going to try and talk about those in the future, maybe tomorrow or some other day. But sorry, I wasn't quite organised enough to get more stuff done. I know I keep saying I'm going to talk about some hoarding habits, and I've been planning to do like a list of 30 ideas, patterns or habits I have. But I promise I will try and, God with speed and God willing, whichever order you want to put in, I will get that done eventually. And on that note, the thing is, I wish that God would like protect my writings, notes, or whatever. And I suppose it'd probably depend on if he agrees with them. But even in spite of my sins, so to speak, I wish that like anyone who tried to go and touch my notebooks or move them, or touch them to even move them, or certainly to write in them or rip them up or give them away or anything like that, without my permission, if they fell before they could do it, and then like they fell over, or God found some way to stop them from doing it, so that I keep my notes, in a way I would want to keep. But anyway, I'll talk more about that in the future, because I think I haven't done very well in terms of keeping myself going and organising my time. Like I had another rest in like at 5 o'clock, as I often do, like 7 o'clock normally, but today anyway, so I'm going to waffle too much. I'm going to crack on with this list. So number 21, again, I wish that God would find a way to like bring back my notes. Part of me thinks part of me thinks of saying bring them back to life, so to speak. Obviously they're not leaving, so to speak, so, but not literally obviously bring them back to life, but as in recreate, like sometimes I think my mum said like some of my notes were kept, or paperwork or leaflets and flyers, she says like some of them were kept outside. I was really annoyed because she said like she burnt some of them, and I think she was saying that they're like rats went into them or something like that. So I don't know if she made that up or it's true, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say it was true. But yeah, I wish that God would help me to create something that would bring them back or something like that. And like if I could do my time again, if I could live my life again, or if I could have my time again, so to speak, or how would you put it? I like organise writings better. I wish I'd organise them more and put them in an organisational system a bit better and things like that. Yeah, so that sort of thing. Number 22. In the future, I hope to be more motivated, like and do more writing and find ways to find ideas to keep my writings in order. But yeah, I wish that God would protect me, as I say, like if anyone in the future, like from today onwards, from tonight onwards, I wish that like whoever went near my notebooks or papers or even leaflets or flyers or envelopes or receipts I keep to write on, or to give or send to people in Africa to write shopping lists, or to find out the price of things in other countries or things like that. If anyone tried to move them or whatever, they'd fall over before they get to them. So that would hopefully stop them, or something would happen that would stop them from doing so. And maybe God would go into their mind and give them make them feel guilty or something. I don't know. But maybe they'd fall over. That feels a bit harsh, but like I don't really want them to that. I really don't want people to go through my stuff or whatever. So anyway, sorry if that seems too harsh, but on that note, moving on, 23, I hope to like find ways to fundraise to support Asian artists, authors, writers, poets, creatives, and other projects from Asia and all those other groups I talked about before. For anyone who might stumble across this mad guy here, i.e. myself, please check out my other videos when I talk about that. But obviously, older subscribers or people who have seen my other videos will probably know what I mean when I say the fall and things like that. I may even make a video on that note called The Four, and then anyone who needs to, every time I refer to The Four, and I'll say, please check out that video that I did. But anyway, it's funny when I go out for a walk, I'm one of the only people, if not the only person, to wear like a jacket and stuff like that. Someone asked me today, I was speaking to this taxi driver, and some guy near him, he was saying that this taxi driver I often see, and I kind of know a little bit, so I often speak to him with my mad ideas as well, poor guy. But him and this other guy was saying that, aren't you hot and all that, and like, I can't believe you're wearing a jacket and things like that. But it's like, even though my head sweats, my body still always feels relatively cold for some reason. Anywho, I was gonna say, like I often say, so in my videos, like if I take my top off or unzip my jacket or whatever, it means that it must be hot, because if I'm hot, and like my stepdad's daughter, I suppose I call her my sister, although we're not related by blood. For those who love children, anyway, she's really funny and very smart as well. Like I can't believe how smart she is for age. Anyway, but when I got my zip, children always seem to do this. Like my nieces and nephews or second cousins or whatever you call them, often did this, but do this. But when you got a zip, they try and play with your zip or pull your zip up or down on your jacket. And I was like once my cousin, I said to him, "Oh, how can children do that?" And he says, "Oh, they like to be in control." And normally people tell me to unzip my jacket, because they say, "Oh, why are you in this weather? Like, oh, you're strangling yourself. Why don't you let yourself breathe a bit more?" And like she was trying to lift my zip right to the top. So, like completely opposite. Yeah, so I had my Italy top, and she was like, she was looking at, like, she pointed at the flag, and she was like, "What's that?" So I was like saying, "Oh, that's an Italy flag." And she was like trying to read my top and everything. She's so smart for her age. She was like, she couldn't read the word, but she was like saying all the letters. Like, so I can't believe how smart she is. She's probably smarter than me already. Anyway, so I thought I'd just talk about side notes for anyone who loves children out there. Anywho, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So on that note, like fundraising, support children around the world, and disabled people, disadvantaged people, poor people, homeless people, people in slums, orphanages, and disadvantaged groups. And I hope to keep planning to do that as much as possible. And again, like all my notes, all my what I call notes or papers, receipts, envelopes, all that, even though I want to write on many of them in my own way and send them in my own way, like kind of, and I want them to be in a certain way, they're all to be given to charity anyway, eventually, all being well. That's the plan anyway. And I hope to have like a specific market that will buy them as well, but help those people in Asia and Africa to sell them and that sort of thing. But that's sort of like more secretive ideas I want to share with some of my friends on Facebook. And record until I'm comfortable enough to discuss them on YouTube. You probably think if this guy discusses some of the mad things he comes up with, those ideas must be really bad. But anyway, or really crazy out there. Also, I hope to fund and support things like war trade and things like number 24. Again, I hope to do as much as I can each day, and I hope to make better use of the day, like to sleep less, and be more proactive and more positive, and just make the most use of each day, and like do as much writing as I can, and like as much planning as I can for my writings and for charity and things like that. Number 25, again, hope to support like writers from republics. I often say again, sorry, because I've covered this in videos a while back, so I do try not to repeat points, but sometimes with my habits, I struggle not to, so please forgive me if I do, as I say. Number 26, again, hope to like support people from Asia and Africa, and like as a form of reparation, support their projects as much as possible. And number 27, again, in the future, I hope to talk about my habits and that sort of thing. So apologies if I didn't quite get around to that today. And I wish I was a bit more organised and didn't fall asleep for so long. Well, I wasn't so demotivated or that sort of thing. And I hope to be able to get my ideas on paper and avoid writer's block a bit more. That sort of thing. Although, funny enough, I know people talk about writer's block when you can't write as much as you want. But I was thinking like writer's block could be like a place where writers meet to write. I'd love to know what you think about that idea as well. Like I was thinking MySpace, when I used to spend all my time on MySpace pretty much, and on MySpace it said a place for musicians, and I thought writer's block could be like, it could be called like writer's block, a place for writers, but obviously that could be copyrighted, so I don't know about the legal side of that. But anyway, hope that makes sense. You probably think what I'm on about, but again, please let me know in the comments, like if you think I'm mad, or if you want to rate my video out of 10, or if you want to say like, if you want to ask me what are you on about, you crazy guy, or if you think I actually make more sense than I think, or you want to be nice and say you're not crazy, just to be nice, and that sort of thing. Although I probably won't believe it anyway. But anywho, my shrinks always give up on me. So, but honestly, yeah. So 28. Yeah, hopefully in July I'm going to try and focus. This is like the last Wednesday of the month, obviously. So unfortunately, I didn't quite get through the plans to support Asian writers as much as I like. So hopefully I'll get back to that in August. So I'll cover more things about Asian writers, like top writers from each individual Asian nation and things like India, China, and so forth, as many Asian nations as possible, like top writers or general writers. I'm raising their profile, like 30 from each country or something like that, or each possible country. But for July, I'm hoping to focus on Indigenous or Native Americans, and so Indigenous or Native American writers and things like that. And hopefully we'll have all a bit less. And hopefully I'll get a lot more done and be more positive and things like that. 29. Yeah, hopefully I'll be more organized and be able to plan and structure my ideas, and again talk about some patterns, habits, my hoarding, possibly if I get the confidence to talk about that sort of stuff. I know it's just like really difficult because like I still partly feel like people judge people with mental health problems. So and like some of the stuff I don't even understand myself. Like I know when I think about it, it must be much worse to have like Tourette's or things like that. I imagine like not being able to control swearing or things like that. So I suppose when I think about my problems, it's probably really first world, and I probably should get on with things and not be worry too much what people think or that sort of thing. Again, apologies if I'm like always whinging about my first world problems. Hopefully I don't do that. Hopefully on that note, hopefully I'll make more positive and fun videos. And number 30, I often say this thing like TBC, which for me stands for to be continued, or it could be to be confirmed. And well, in this case, I have to say to be continued. My work, if you like, you can call it that, is always to be continued. And I hope to continue to write and make videos and plan and do projects and be creative for as long as God gives me the opportunity. So anyway, sorry if this video was a bit of waffle again, and again, hopefully my videos will improve. And as ever, I'd love to know what you think about each point, which were your least and best parts, and anything else you want to comment at all, please don't hesitate. Hope no one will send like links to, I think people send like these dodgy links and all that, so please ignore them, because I think they might be viruses and all that, so I tend to just ignore them anyway. And I don't want to be accountable for anyone who opens the links that are on my comments, so please don't take it that they came from me or anything, so please be careful with any links you open. But anyway, I'm going to stop laughing.